Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Dan, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for your online TOEFL course, the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. So you made a comment at my website under the tab of full-length practice test. So you took the TOEFL test on your very first try, you got 86. So you have 22 points in the reading, 20 points in the listening, 22 points in the speaking, and 22 points in the writing. That's not bad, right? However, you took the test again and you did worse. You got 81. So this time you really did terribly. It looks like in the reading you had 14 points in the reading, 23 points in the listening, 23 points speaking, 21 points writing. You say, so as you can see, there was a regress, or I would say maybe regression in certain sections, and you say my aim is 88 to 92 as a minimum for the enrollment. What would you suggest to focus on, and what possibly went wrong on the second try? I'm not God, I can't really tell you that. It looks like you had a lot of concentration issues during the reading section. Maybe the reading section the second time was the long form and not the short form, but there was some issue going on with the reading, because that's where you lost 8 points. I mean, let's face it. So something happened during the reading section. That is the issue, right? Now, basically here, what you're telling me is you want to go from 81 or 86 to about 88 to 92, right? So you're almost there. You're very close to your goal here. If you join my course, I would recommend, I think my 30-day TOEFL study guide is probably a pretty good plan for you. You might need a little bit more time than that, but a lot of students can make 5 to 10 points of improvement for each month that they study. If you can do that, that's going to put you very close to your goal. All right? That's my recommendation right now. Now, in addition to that, make sure you're doing reading. You're also practicing listening on a daily basis. It's very important to get more used to the exposure, either reading and listening passages. As I tell many students, I'm even going to suggest that you, for the next 4 to 6 weeks, until you take and pass the TOEFL exam and you're done with that test forever, start reading every day. My recommendation is about 45 minutes. Let's face it, your reading on the second try was terrible, not good. You got to do better than that, right? Now also, you can practice listening. Although your listening is already at 22, it's pretty good, but you can make some improvements there. So I'm going to recommend maybe 20 to 30 minutes of listening practice each day. And to also help you a little bit, remember that you focus on your notes. I think of the reading and the listening passages, and you use your notes to do two things. You want to start writing about the reading and the listening passages. I recommend that you write maybe 3 250-word summaries each week. I think that's important. It's an academic summary. That means that you explain the information from the point of view of the reading passage or the lecture. That means embedding voice markers such as, according to the reading passage, blah, 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 or the author in the reading passage says, or the speaker in the lecture claims. Make sure that you put these kinds of voice markers in those paragraphs so you get used to talking about and writing about other people's ideas. So in addition to doing the 3 written summaries each week, you should also practice speaking about these reading and listening passages. Again, you're using your notes, right? So in this case, you should be recording your voice. You should record maybe 60-second responses as you explain the reading and the listening passage main points. Now also, of course, in my online TOEFL course, you will have the opportunity to complete speaking and writing practice tests, and you'll get some feedback from me in those cases, and that's also going to be good, right? So these are my suggestions for you. So, in addition to that, you're also going through the lessons in my 30-day TOEFL study guide. My recommendation right now is about 3 to 4 hours of daily study. Either you're doing some reading, listening practice, note-taking, you're writing and speaking about the information, or you're also going through the lessons in my 30-day TOEFL study guide. I'll even put the link in here next to your comments so you can take a look at the study guide I recommend for you. All right, Dan, so that's it. So in a nutshell, what went wrong? Your reading went wrong. That's what went wrong in the second test. You really crashed and burned during the reading section. You lost your way, you lost your concentration, and sometimes if you get a really tough reading passage in the beginning, I think, then that kind of throws off the whole reading section. So that's really the main thing, is you need to work on demonstrating better control with your vocabulary and your reading comprehension, I think, of academic reading passages. And there you go, Dan. Anyway, thank you very much, and all the best to your high score in TOEFL success.